91.1 FM, refreshing voice of Nigeria. It's Feel Good Friday, morning mingle with Bawo Kimi Emmanuel, aka Mr. B. Okay, welcome to the program Beyond Borders, a national dialogue. This morning, we want to do a quick review of some national headlines making waves in our national dailies. I have the Nigerian Tribune newspaper here with me. I've got the Punch newspaper, the Nation's newspaper, the Vanguard newspaper, and the Daily Trust. So let's dive right into the headlines making waves in our national dailies. Okay, from the Nigerian Tribune, we have MKO won June 12th election. Abacha annulled its IBB says. You can find that in page 4 and page 5 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Okay, we have Natasha in another shouting match with Akpabio. You can find that in page 11 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Enity slams FG over 12-year basic education proposal. You can find that in page 2 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. AGF to Osun government, shelf local government poll, Court of Appeal reinstated APC chairman. You are not a court of law, Osun government replies AGF. You can find that in page 11 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Now moving on to the Punch, we have police chiefs fault FG 55 billion naira security contract for Turkish firm. You can find that in page 2 of the Punch newspaper. Kidnapper Evans now prison teacher willing to forfeit for 14 trucks. You can find that in page 4 of the Punch newspaper. 2027 no automatic tickets for OT. LP insists. You can find that in page 12 of the Punch newspaper. Moving on to the Nation newspaper, we have no proof US aid funds sustaining Boko Haram, says US envoy. You can find that in page 7 of the Nation newspaper. Ganduja Oshomole hails Okpebelo performance in 100 days. You can find that in the Nation newspaper in page 8. And moving on, we have a remove trade tariff on Nigeria's imports. Federal government urges China. You can find that in page 10 of the Nation newspaper. IBB Abiola won June 12th. 1993 election, one of my greatest regrets. You can find that in the Nation's newspaper. Moving on to the Vanguard, we have Senate to FG. Name national monuments after Ayo Adebanjo. You can find that in page 4 of the Vanguard newspaper. Osun local government crisis may lead to violence. If you can find that in page 4 of the Vanguard newspaper. CBN defense hike in ATM withdrawal charges. You can find that in page 19 of the Vanguard newspaper. And moving on to the Daily Trust, you have Naira appreciates to 1,505 Naira per dollar as CBN retains interest rates. You can find that on page 19 of the Daily Trust newspaper. Then moving on, we have 2 Nigerians awarded £50,000 Commonwealth Prize and Peace Prize in page 2 of the Daily Trust newspaper. 2 jailed for stealing lawyer's phone. All right, that's for some of the headlines making waves in our national dailies. We want to go on a quick musical break now. When we come back, we'll be looking at Vigilantism versus Jungle Justice. Is Jungle Justice justice deserved? We'll be looking at that when we return back from this short musical break. Don't touch it down. We will be right back.